All right, now when it comes to deep house that is soulful, what we need to do is get us some keys first. Let me open my Ease keys. Let me know in the comments what VST you guys use for keys, because my go-to one is Ease keys because it's just a powerhouse for me. It does a lot of things. I won't get into them right now, but it's got really good presets on it and stuff. So I'll choose the phaser ballad here and go inside my piano roll and see if I can draw in some keys. A lot of people get stuck at this point because they don't know music theory, so they struggle to make nice, keys and stuff like that. So don't stress yourself. I'm gonna show you how you can do that easy and how you can end up with chords. And usually what you want to do is just follow the music, man. Do not make it too hard on yourself. If you really do not know, you might have an idea of a song, but most of the time it won't come out. But what you need to do is just follow the music, make something, see where it takes you, let your ears be the judge of whether it's good or not. So I'm just going to be going. I have no idea in my mind of what chords I'm looking for, but I know I just need something nice and soulful. We'll just see as we go what comes out. Okay, so I'll just see what I can make here. Let me lower my tempo to 120 so I give myself a metronome. Lower this one down. The metronome is really loud. I assigned it to a channel. I'll lower that. Look, making chords is a tedious thing if you do not know music theory. And a lot of people don't know music theory, and that's where they'll fail. Because of the whole patience of putting together chords. Okay, and put on 122. I think I'm actually too low on the keys. Let me raise it up. Now it's making sense. Switch that sound, turn it back to default. Sounds all right. Let me move move that around, see if I can find another key. Move these around. I like this first chord. Okay, let me take it back where it was. Oh, that's nice and basic. I think we can go with this. I'll just extend my channel rack here, make it longer, and then we can go to the XDizzle Music SA Deep House Sample Pack. If you don't have it already, I'll put a link in the description to where you can get it and download it for free and share with everybody. I'm gonna look for a nice kick. I would love to know how you guys start your tracks, whether you start with drums or you start with your keys, and how you go about your production. So you can let me know down in the comments, and you know, we can all exchange ideas on how you start tracks. For me, I believe just go with the music, man. Whatever gets you, whatever inspires you to make, whether it's the keys that inspire you to make, or it's a kick, or even a snare or a clap sound, or whatever it is, just go with it. Some people start with pads. It's all good as long as you get to the sound you're trying to get to. It's all good. And making soulful deep house is all about soft sounds. So sometimes when you're picking out sounds, you need the softest sounds as possible. That's a nice sub kick. Let's add a clap. Now, when it comes to tracks like these, they can go two ways. You can go kind of to an Afro mix, or you can go the Euro style. Now, the European style is with the clap on every fifth, like that. Or the Afro, which is so you can also let me know what style you think is nicer or is better for you, the Afro style or the Euro style. But for now, we're just gonna do the Euro style. But then it's up to you. Both sound great, but you must just let me know which one you guys like. You see, not all claps go with a certain kick you'll be using. So sometimes you really need to take your time and choose your clap wisely, because the relationship between your clap and your kick is very important. And if you choose the wrong clap for the kick that you'll be working on, sometimes it won't connect and you feel like you're making the wrong thing. Your idea will be great, but the execution will be terrible. And another thing about claps is that if you look at their waveform, they're kind of long. They have these attacks over here, because it sounds like a clap, like a one hit, but it's actually not a one hit. It's actually kind of like a 4 hits. You see these spikes over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what happens is that all these are playing. So sometimes what you need to do to have your clap sound nicely, you can just nudge it a little bit to the left and kind of make it play early. Just like that, just a little bit. Now if I can put it back, you'll hear the difference. You'll start to hear that it was actually playing late, but you didn't notice it the first time until I moved it. So usually you will notice this as soon as you start adding more elements that actually start playing on time. So kind of giving it a little nudge to the left, moving it in time into a comfortable position, kind of puts your clap into a very nice and cool place. So this is actually a trick a lot of people don't know. You know, you're getting it first here on Bedroom Studio Corner. Let me know if you knew this already or if you didn't. Sounds perfect. Now let's see if we can add some sounds here. Let me layer this kind of tambourine sound. Okay, let me fill it 2 steps. I think I can layer this with a clap. It's helping the clap get a bit of more attack. Remember, we had nudged it to the left a little bit, so the attack is all over the place now. This is kind of boosting the attack on the clap. Now we can move to some hats for that groove. Okay, let me fill in 4 steps and move it to the left. Oh, that sounds really nice and exotic. You see, when you layer things like these hats over here that I have layered in the same place, it's always a wise idea to pan one of them a little bit off the other, so they're all not squeezed in the same stereo space. So you can just align one maybe slightly to the left and align the other slightly to the right, not so far out, but just so that they can both get room and play nicely. Listen to them if I have them in the middle both. Now listen to them if I pan them one to the right and one to the left. they're more defined. You can hear them more clearer now because of the panning. So that's a useful tip when you're layering sounds. I've seen people that layer multiple sounds, whether it's kicks, whether it's claps or hats together. He will have like 5 hats layered up together in the same space, and I'm like, why, dude? You have a whole stereo field to play around with and place all your sounds on. So use that as well. Like with some of these sounds, they come already in a stereo space, so some of them are already panned for you, so you can just, you know, leave them as they are. Alright, I think we've got our drums laid down. Now let's go back to our keys. I'll change that to a phaser ballad. There we go. Sounds much better. Let's see if we can add some bass to this. Now I'm gonna load bass number 2. Let's see what that bass sounds. Okay, so let's draw. Okay, let me bring back the good. I can really hear a vocalist on. I love those low notes. Those low. Let me see if I can rate. What a sick bass line. Remember, you can get this in my sample pack, the XDizzle Music SA Deep House sample pack. Really dope bass that sits for deep house, you can hear. Now we can start adding sounds. I'm gonna just go on here to Gladiator and let's look for a pad, something that sounds really nice and mellow, just to accompany the keys here. Lift that up. It's always a good idea to have the pad kind of on its own rhythm and doing its own thing, just moving around back there. Alright, let's add something else. I'll go back to Gladiator. And let's choose a synth. Maybe get some plucks in there. Get something plucky. Sounds plucky. Okay, I make these shorter. Sweet. Okay, let me duplicate those and put them on this side. Do the same. Put them on the same place. Duplicate them again. Put them over here. Wait, over here. And then what I can do is I can raise this one and make it follow that. Thank God for ghost notes. You can see it saves you a whole lot of time. Bear in mind, I'm just picking out sounds that I have no idea what they sound like. I'm just rolling the dice with sounds as I normally do. And if it sounds right, it sounds right. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Sounds nice. Some of these sounds, they won't sound so dope when you're starting with them, but what happens is that you can still tweak them out later and make them sound the way you want them to sound. But as you're composing, just let them be, and you can tweak them later on and make them sound how you want your sounds to be, you know. But for now, you just concentrate on creating and writing your track and composing. What you can do with these keys, if you want them more thicker, if they're not thicker for you, then what you can do is you can clone the same channel. Like for me, I would clone this and maybe choose a Studio Grand. Go on the presets. I'll choose like LA Studio. I like the LA Studio one, and I can do that. Copy it over. Then just have another piano sound right there. Okay, that might not have been a good idea. Okay, that didn't work out. Happens. Let me go back to Electric Grand. See what that's got. Let it load for a minute. Yeah, sounds better. Ambient ballad. Chorus Grand. There we go. Let me see if my clap cannot be playing the same as the other sound I put underneath it. Yeah, there we go. Add that symbol over there. Some of these sounds you can pitch them down. Let's see if we can add a shaker. I like that. Comes with a little bit of shaker, but I can cut it out. That's a nice layer. Let's see if I can mute the clap. Not so much body. It's a nice sound. Let me fill in 2 steps. What you would want to do with this shaker is that you want to go into the piano roll and kind of play with the velocity a bit, like that, just to give it a nice groove, because velocity helps a lot if it sounds too electronic, like it sounds the same going the whole way. There's no dynamics in the sound, so you can just play around with the velocity like this. Like if I play it, sounds much nicer. Bring in the other boys. It's a lot of great sounds in this sample pack. You can get it for free. Basically, this track is actually done. It's sounding great already. And you know, before you get a vocalist, it's always wise to always leave room to add more sounds when the vocalist actually puts vocals on, because that gets you to play other instruments and actually follow the rhythm of the the vocalist and stuff like that. But if you want to keep it as an instrumental, then you can go ahead and pile on more sounds and just do a whole other variations, like more variations of your keys and of your instruments. But this is the basic track. Basically, you can hear it sounds like a full song and ready to have a vocalist jump on it and get some ideas going. And very soulful, very jazzy. I don't know if I can find the sax just to seal the jazzy tone to it. Let me see if I can find a sax. Where do they have these things? Okay, brass. Okay. Brass, I'll go second. So yeah, that was just me freestyling, on the keys. But the possibilities are infinite, and you can go a lot of ways just by doing this, following these steps, and getting to making a nice jazzy, soulful, deep house, SA style. You cannot get it anywhere else. So shout out to all the SA deep house soulful producers out there. Well, that's the video, guys. I'm XD. Remember to subscribe and click on the bell icon to get a notification whenever I upload a video. I'll catch you guys on the next video. I'm X, and I'm out. Thanks for watching.